Right, I've bought some new plants, surprise surprise. But before we get onto that, I will just say this area at the bottom in the hothouse, I've had thinned it out a little bit because it was getting a little bit congested with a lot of the elephant ears, because obviously they're quite vigorous growers, and especially when they start getting to a certain size, you need to keep on top of them, otherwise they will take over the place. And there's a lot of other plants other than elephant ears in there which need a chance to breathe as well. But yeah, so I have divided some of them up. So I've took, I'll say cuttings, I suppose that's sort of dividing the rhizome up, but we've got some marigold, so we've got 3 or 4 of them. We've got 2 or 3 of the redemption. Got 1 little Pharaoh's mask, and oh yeah, we got 1 Jack's giant, which is this one here, with the tiny little leaf on at the moment. Right, anyway, so they've I done them yesterday. I thought they might throw a fit and sort of droop their leaves because they don't really like root disturbance, colocaceas or alocasias. But at the moment they're standing upright and they seem okay. So I've got them in a tray of water, so they should they're not going to suffer from drying out. Anyway, so that's a different little job I was doing yesterday. Today we've got some new plants, and I say today, this is today's video. I actually got these last week, and in fact some of these might have already been sort of mentioned in the video I done last week, but what we'll do, it's all from the same supplier off eBay again. So that is No Neck. Will, he got a good selection of palms and sort of different sort of tropical plants. So yeah, we got some palms, obviously, we got some elephant ears, and we got a little banana. So where do we start? Let's start with the ones that we've already looked at or mentioned in a previous video. So this one is an Alocasia odora. If I remember correctly, it's Taiwanese form. Whatever difference that makes, I don't know, but I thought I had some odora, but I don't think they're true odora. I brought them as rhizomes years ago, and they don't seem true to what they're supposed to be. So I know this one is going to be what it says on the tin, and they got the potential of getting quite large. So that's a nice big leaf Alocasia. I did buy a Leucacia Thai giant, and again, I think when I featured it in a video last week, it was all drooped because I just repotted it. Obviously it's bounced back now and already sort of pushing out, or just finished pushing out this big leaf. I say big, it's not that big obviously at the moment, but it will be. I have got another Thai giant which is a little bit bigger, but I always like to have a couple. So that's them. I grow a few bananas, a few different types of bananas in the garden, but this one I've never tried before, so I thought I'd give it a go. Burmese blue. I can't remember the actual Latin name for it, but we'll call it Burmese blue. And to be honest, I haven't even researched it. I wouldn't have thought that'd been hardy. I will do a bit of research. I've just potted it up, and I'm going to grow it on a bit and probably put it in the garden when the weather warms up a bit. But yeah, so that is one I'll be looking up and seeing how we need to protect that over winter, or I'll just do a bit of reading up on it and a bit of research. Right, so we're going to come to the palms. We've got some little ones here. I know dipsis have just been reclassified, but I'm going to still call them dipsis. This is a dipsis black petiole. I guess again it does what it says on the tin. As it matures, it's going to have black petioles, so that's going to look a bit different to a lot of the other dipsis I'm growing. Yeah, just not something I would have gone out and bought, but because I was putting an order anyway, and we all know that you get a bulk order and the shipping works out a lot cheaper, so it's best to sort of get a lot of stuff at once, and then you're going to save a heck of a lot on your postage that way. Right, so we've got a couple of Oranga here, which are always nice little leaves on these when they're small. Fairly similar looking at the moment, but they are two different types. Let's get the label and tell you what they are. Obtusifolia. So these are very small seedlings. This is a pinnata. Yeah, I do like Orangas. They're slightly different to sort of more of a fishtail stroke foxtail palm look about them, so they're not just a little bit different looking, and to be fair, they're quite easy to look after, I've found, over winter wise, and you know, they do take a bit of neglect as well. And these are all still available on eBay. They are fairly cheap. I think these are like £6 or £7 each, and if you know anything about palms, you know you're not going to retire on selling palms because they're so slow growing. So you either grow them as they're small seedlings, turn them around quick, or you wait 10 years and make a decent profit on them. And yeah, well, I'm not going to go into that, but yeah. And last but not least, we've got a Buta Yeti. So I've already got one of these, and to be fair, not this winter, but last winter got a little bit of rot, and that is growing out of it, but it just looks a bit dodgy. So I thought, again, while I'm putting an order in, I will order another one. So this was actually, I think it was about £13, and in fairness, looks like there's two in the pot here. We've got a smaller one, so it's sort of a double, and we've got the bigger one here, which is now just starting to open up to be pinnate. So I just potted that up in a bigger pot. That needs another watering by the looks of it. But yeah, so I'm not going to say any of these palms are mega rare, but I mean, you won't find them in many places. Yeti is available in certain places. They're going to be similar to Odorata. They're not quite as hardy, but similar look. I believe they're, well, I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to make up things and go from memory, which may be wrong. I don't want to tell you the wrong information, but yeah, when the time comes, if I do decide to plant this up, I'll do a bit of research and see exactly what requirements. Right, so yeah, there's a bit of a mixed bag. So we've got some elephant ears, we've got a banana, and we've got some palm trees there. Yeah, always fun and games. We do like buying new plants as and when the budget allows. So that is that. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.